Hello, everyone. I'm Fontineese Green, author of the Deborah Code, visionary, and founder of House of DeBell. On this platform, we talk about what it really takes to move from vision to structure, from calling to execution, and from potential to leadership. In our first episode, we talked about the reality that many people are called but were never taught how to build. In the second episode, we unpack the difference between vision and strategy. And today, I want to talk about something that many leaders experience but rarely say out loud. Why do so many high capacity women stay stuck? These are not women who lack intelligence. They are not women who lack work ethic. They are not women who lack vision. In fact, many of them are the most capable people in the room. They are the ones everyone calls when something needs to be solved. They are the ones people depend on. They are the ones who carry ideas, leadership ability, and influence. And yet, many of them still feel like they're not moving forward the way they know they could. So the question becomes, why? Why do capable people stay stuck? Whew. And one of the biggest reasons is something I call overfunctioning. High capacity women often become the person who does everything. They solve everyone's problems. They step in wherever there's a gap. They take on responsibilities that were never assigned to them. And before they know it, they're carrying so many roles that they no longer have the space to build their own vision. Yeah, they become the helper in everyone else's story instead of the architect of their own. Let me pause here and ask you something. Do you often find yourself being the person everyone relies on? I'm the firstborn, so I understand. The problem solver, the organizer, the one who holds everything together. If that sounds like you, type "that's me" in the comments. Because recognizing the pattern is the first step towards changing it. Here's the truth. Leadership does not mean doing everything. Leadership means building structure so everything does not depend on you. And this is where many high capacity women need to make a shift. You have to move from being the engine to being the architect. An engine runs constantly, it burns energy, it powers movement, but an architect designs the structure that allows things to function long term. And if you stay in engine mode forever, you will exhaust yourself. Another reason high capacity women stay stuck is because they confuse activity with progress. They're busy all the time, meetings, events, helping others, serving everywhere. But when they stop and ask themselves, what have I actually built? The answer is often unclear. Busyness can feel productive, but busyness is not the same thing as building. Let me ask you something important. At the end of your average week, do you feel like you spent more time building your vision or responding to everyone else's needs? Write building or responding in the comments. You see, this question alone can reveal a lot about where your energy is going. Because if all of your time is spent responding, there is very little room to construct your own future. Now, let's talk about the third hidden reason many capable women stay stuck, and that is under positioning. Under positioning happens when your capability is higher than your visibility or your authority. You have the ideas, you have the ability, you have the leadership, but you, my friend, are operating in environments that do not require the full level of what you carry. So you end up shrinking your thinking. You start minimizing your voice. You begin playing smaller than your actual capacity. And the truth is, many leaders don't realize that they're under positioning or under positioned until they step into a room where their full leadership is actually required. This is why governance matters. Governance means you intentionally position yourself where your leadership creates impact. It means you build structures that reflect your capacity, your full capacity. Let me ask you one more question. Okay. Do you feel like your current environment fully challenges and expands your leadership? Or do you feel like you've outgrown the rooms you're in? Whew. Type growing if you feel stretched and expanding, or type outgrown if you feel like you're ready for bigger rooms. Here's the truth I want you to take with you today. Many high capacity women are not stuck because they lack potential. They're stuck because their energy is misdirected. Too much time helping, too much time responding, too much time operating below their actual capacity, and not enough time building. But once you recognize these patterns, you can begin to change them. You can start protecting time to build. You can start structuring your leadership. You can start positioning yourself where your capacity actually matters. And that is when things will begin to shift for you, because the goal is not simply to be capable. No, the goal is to build something with that capability. Your vision deserves structure. Your leadership deserves space. And your calling deserves execution. So, if this episode resonated with you, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future conversations. Share this episode with another visionary woman who needs to hear this. And if you're ready to move from being the one who holds everything together to the one who actually builds something lasting, comment the word build below. This is Breaking the Code, and the future belongs to the leaders who learn how to structure their vision.